Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. Look at that. Rising up. Truth. Making Gotham great again. We've been demonetized by YouTube. We're in our second month of demonetization from Stalin Tube. So support us over at rockfin.com/Graham Elwood or patreon.com/Graham Elwood because we're going to keep going. I'm funded by you, the viewer, right? And I just keep calling out the truth. Like, the Catholic Church is now saying gay marriages are an original sin. Okay. The Vatican's orthodoxy issued a formal response to a question about whether Catholic clergy can bless gay unions. The answer, contained in a 2-page explanation published in several languages approved by Pope Francis, was negative. Vatican bars gay union blessing, says God can't bless sin. All right, Catholic Church. Really? I was raised Catholic, so don't care if I offend the Catholic Church at all. Here's what I said on Twitter. But the Vatican can protect pedophile priests and hire lawyers to discredit survivors, which, if you watch that documentary, The Keepers, it's one of the things they did. They hired, they said repressed memories weren't real, because these people had repressed memories that come forward. They were abused as kids or teenagers. The brain, this is what the human brain does, shuts off traumatic events. And then they came forward later. That happened to me 4 years ago. I had memories come forward. And my girlfriend at the time said, oh, repressed memories aren't a thing. She started doing cocaine. I had to get a restraining order against her. I was like, oh, really? You agree with lawyers from the Catholic Church? So anybody that says that, they agree with evil. Any Catholics offended by this can go to their local parish, step into a confessional booth and say, forgive me, Father, for I have committed the sin of still practicing Catholicism. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got friends that are still Catholic. My grandma, if she was still alive, would be very mad at me. Sorry, Grandma. I love you. I just got to call out these lies. I can't handle it. It argued that such unions are not a part of God's plan and that any sacramental recognition of them could be confused with marriage. I mean, first of all, did we care? Did you really need the Catholic Church to bless this? Like, if you're like, want to have a gay marriage and you're Catholic, I mean, I get that it's important. If that's your religion and it's important to you, but who cares what the Catholic Church thinks? Francis D. Bernardo, executive director of New Ways Ministry, which advocates for greater acceptance of gays in the church, predicted the Vatican position would be ignored, including by some Catholic clergy. That sounds fine. Yeah, the Vatican said this, and okay. They say, you know, whatever, 10 billion or whatever, however, 2 billion Catholics worldwide. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Everyone doesn't agree. But what do I like to do? What's my favorite thing to do on this show? Did you just say follow the money and find the truth? Well, wow, you got that right. Let's just dig a little bit into the Catholic Church money, their money. The Catholic Church is a massive global corporation. And like any corporation, they protect their assets. Just because they wear robes and do the sacrament and blah, 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 doesn't mean they're any different than like McDonald's or Coca-Cola or anyone like that. The Vatican's economy is shrouded in secrecy. Oh, wow. Why do you need to keep it secret if you're so honest and doing the Lord's work? With some believing its financial numbers are more general than accurate. Oh, God's in the numbers. So why are you hiding from God? The Holy See is the governing body of the nation and generates money through donations. It then invests a portion of that money in stocks, bonds, and real estate. So like a hedge fund. Remember when Jesus said that in the Bible? A diversified portfolio? Vatican City generates revenue through museum admissions and the sale of coins, stamps, and publications. Okay. The Vatican Bank has been at the center of numerous financial scandals, which has prompted Pope Francis to institute reforms that provide financial accountability and transparency. It's so easy to find. I mean, sidebar, another reason to get into Bitcoin and crypto, kids. So you don't think they have any influence over the central banks? You don't think the Vatican Bank? I'd like to know where does the Vatican Bank invest? Well, they don't invest in anything that's in favor of abortion. We know that. So I love the Catholic Church. No abortion, no contraception, but we don't have any money to help you out. They tell people in poor third world countries, have all these babies, be fruitful and multiply. Oh, so the Catholic Church then supports these kids financially? No. They got a lot of money, but they don't. They had to do some charities here and there so they can say, oh, look how good we are. But they cover this. Watch the movie Spotlight. Watch the documentary series on Netflix called Keepers. Watch those. Wealth of Roman Catholic Church, impossible to calculate. That's how much money they've got. It's so much we can't even count it. There is no doubt, however, that between the church's priceless art, land, gold, and investments across the globe, it is one of the wealthiest institutions on earth. Wealthiest institutions on earth. That means they could sell a bunch of stuff and they could end poverty. Isn't that what Jesus would want you to do? Shouldn't you end poverty? Jesus hung out with prostitutes and lepers and criminals and all, because Jesus was about loving everybody. So shouldn't you help the poor? Shouldn't you help end poverty? If the Catholic Church has all of this money and resources, they should end it. They could just end poverty right now. No. You're poor, you need to go to church and put money in you need to tithe, put money in the donation basket. Then maybe God might swoop in and help you out. The Catholic Church can't, because they're too busy spending money on lobbyists. Yes, that's what they do. Catholic Church spent $10 million on lobbyists in fight to stymie price sex abuse suits. So there's all these pedophile priests. So they cover up, they let pedophiles in their ranks. They cover it up and hide them. The Vatican has done this. Again, watch the movie Spotlight, watch the docuseries The Keepers. Those are just two that'll give you an insight. They have been paying off because they kept them hidden. They knew about it and kept it hidden. Had they just gone, wow, we didn't realize there was all these pedophiles. These guys are gone. We're arresting them. They're going to prison. The church is clean. They wouldn't have all these lawsuits, but they don't want to do that because they protect pedophiles, which means there's probably pedophiles way high up in the Vatican. There has to be. There has to be. It's the law of averages. $10 million on lobbyists in fight to the money was spent in 8 northeastern states where bills to aid victims of clerical sex abuse were in the works. So they spent lobby money so that victims of child sexual trauma at the hands of priests, Catholic priests. I just want to walk you through this real quick. Catholic Church had a bunch of pedophile priests in it, covered them up, knew they were there, would just move them around, wouldn't fire them, wouldn't have them arrested, wouldn't even kick them out. Just, oh, we're moving you would do it. They would just keep them in there. And then the Catholic Church, this is what corporations do. When ExxonMobil is that they have a leak and they pollute, they hire lobbyists to do that. This is what corporations do. How is this any different than a corporation? And you think because you do this and you eat a cracker and some old guy waves a thing at you, you think you're okay? It's still a crime. It's like the evangelical, the right wingers who are like, whoa, Jesus, but would Jesus own a gun? Would Jesus build a wall? Would Jesus put kids in cages? Would Jesus bomb people? Nope, 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 nope. Would Jesus have lobbyists? Well, show me in the Bible where Jesus had paid lobbyists to get rid of laws that would hold abusive priests accountable. Where's that in the Bible? It's been a couple years since I've been in Sunday school. Can you find that for me in the Bible? Oh, you can't. Follow the money, connect the dots, find the truth. Catholic Church acts just like a big corporation. There's a lot of ways to have a spiritual connection to God. If you need, that's important to you. I get that. I have that. I don't use organized religion because I was raised in this nonsense. This abusive lies. And most organized religions have a bunch of bullshit in them. Ooh, did I say that? I have a connection to a God, to a higher power. Every time I'm outside, every time I go surfing, go out in nature. God created nature. You're an atheist? Great. Go out in nature. It's awesome. You want to be an atheist? Go for it. Of all the religions I've studied, Buddhism speaks the most to me. And I like it. I like it. Doesn't speak to you? That's the thing I like about the Buddhists. They're not really like jamming it down your throat. Now, they did hundreds of years ago. Of course they did. Human beings. My religion's better than yours, so we got to fight you for it. Oh, boy. This is why. See, a church, a temple, a mosque, those are man-made structures. Waves, God made those. Mountains, God made those. Thanks for supporting our show, guys. I don't have the Catholic Church lobbying for me to be evil. So, and if you're Catholic and this really offends you, you should be offended that you're supporting this. This is where your money's going. For lobby groups, you should be embarrassed. I was a Catholic and I was like, this is offensive. Blindly following organizations is the biggest crime humans can commit. A political party, a politician, Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton. Oh, they're the best. They're the best. Obama's the best. Trump's the best. They never lie. They never do anything wrong. Oh, there's a couple little problems. Couple little problems? Say that to the survivors. So you were abused by a priest. The church covers it up. And now this is going to haunt you your whole life, by the way. That's why it's called survivors, because most survivors, well, the reason you're called survivors is a lot of people that are victims of sexual abuse, drug abuse, alcoholism. They become violent or perpetrators themselves, and then drug overdose and suicide. So that's what you've created. Let these monsters ruin people's lives for good. It stays with you. You can go through therapy and all this stuff. It's always there. It's always there. It's always there. And then this organization spends money on lawyers and lobby groups so that you can't even get any sort of financial restitution, even though they psychologically ruined your life. And you want to go to a Catholic church. All right, man. They do some good, Graham. Oh, I know. Hey, Hitler got Germany out of the Depression. Yeah, everybody does some good. Absolutely. If you're Catholic and this video offends you and you put it in the comment section, I feel sorry for you because you've actually offended God. Yeah. By your own religion, your own teachings, you're going against your own beliefs by defending a church that does this. Thanks for watching the show, everybody. Follow the money, connect the dots. Church doesn't want to, they don't support or not going to whatever, bless gay marriages. Who cares? I need some old creep pedophile to bless me. Go get married. Have a wonderful life. Who cares what this old outdated church, this church, I'm pointing this out to you. This church isn't about spirituality. It's not about a higher connection to God. It's about power and money and control. Just like any of these big corporations are just about power, money, and control. The American military isn't about freedom and justice. It's about power and money and control and the petrodollar. I connect all these dots all the time. All these organizations, institutions are liars. It's all nonsense. Follow the money, connect the dots. That's where you get the truth. And that's why you come to this show. And that's why you are all political vigilantes. Thanks for supporting what I do. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.